Yo, what's up, guys? So today, for anyone who needs to know this, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to bleed your radiator. And it's pretty simple. The first thing you're gonna need, and you will need, is one of these spill-free funnels. And you can buy them online for about like maybe 20 bucks. If you go to O'Reilly's or something, they're gonna charge you like 50 bucks. And honestly, they're so cheap. Like, I bought one of them for like 50, and I probably only got like 3 uses out of it before it started to disintegrate from the coolant heat. But this one I've used a lot more, and it's actually holding up somehow. I don't know how, but it's still doing good, and I only paid 20 bucks for it. And you could get them online, I believe Amazon. So yeah, the first thing you're gonna want to do is fill this up with water. Or I got distilled water. You can use coolant too, but I'm just using distilled water. It's cheaper. You don't want to fill it all the way up because it's gonna rise. And depending on how much air you got trapped in your system, you're not gonna want to fill it up too much. The highest I normally ever go is to this line right here. So once you do that, go ahead and get inside your car. And there's just a couple steps to this. It's not too hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. And before you start it, go ahead and turn your heat all the way up. And that just helps move the coolant through your heater core, and it circulates everything better. So you're gonna want to do that. Start the car. Sorry, my exhaust is super loud because I don't have cats. So once the car's started, you can see I saw a little bit of air coming out just there. I'll go ahead and step out in a second just to show you guys. One thing that can help with this while you're doing it is just these bottom hoses. Just give them a little squeeze, and that'll help get some of the trapped air out. It helps sometimes. You don't have to do it, but okay. Alright. Another thing, if you're filling up your radiator and you're just doing this, you're gonna have a bleeder valve. It'll be back here. I do not have one on mine. I don't know why. When I got my swap, they just didn't give me a bleeder valve, but it's whatever. But your bleeder valve will typically be right here. Just right back here. It'll be a little screw. And what you're gonna wanna do is you loosen that screw. If you have no coolant in there, fill it up. Or pour your coolant in until you see it start coming out of the bleeder valve. And that just helps get all the air out, so you don't just keep that on and push all the air through. And it'll help you a lot to speed up this process. So basically at this point I got everything filled up on there. You're just gonna want to go in the car, and this can take some time. It just depends on how much air you got in the system. I don't have like any air in my system. I'm just doing this just to show you guys. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to hold and rev till about 2,500 RPMs. I'm probably only gonna do this once because I don't want to piss off my neighbors. But you go ahead and hold it for about 10 seconds, and you're gonna want to do this in intervals. Just hold it for about 10 seconds. You'll probably see some air come out when I let off. Yeah, see, I don't got no air in my system, but that's typically what will happen. You'll see some air come out. And you're gonna want to do this. Normally, do this and let your fan cycle at least 3 times. Hold it for about like 10 seconds. Every now and again too, be really careful when you do this. Like, I don't even recommend doing this because it's kind of dangerous, but it can help. Just every now and again, loosen the bleeder valve just a little bit just to get that extra air out. And that just helps a little bit. If you're having a lot of trouble and you cannot get the air out, your thermostat's not opening up, last resort, you can jack the car up to about a 30-degree angle, and that will really help just push the air like upwards and help get those air pockets out. You'll know you have to bleed the radiator if your thermostat's not opening up and you're overheating, and anytime you mess with the cooling system, you have to do this, because if you're lucky, you won't have to, and you won't really see anything, but I'm sure eventually you're gonna start overheating, or that air, all the air pockets are gonna build together. They're gonna get trapped right below the thermostat right there, and your thermostat's not gonna open up. So that's basically it. You're just gonna wanna let it run for a little bit, hop back in the car, keep an eye on this level of where the coolant is, because I've done this when I had a ton of air in the system, and you gotta be really careful. When you rev, be really careful. If you see this level going up, if it gets to about here, stop revving. Let off, because as soon as you let off, it's gonna go like up to here. Just be real careful, real wary when you do this, so you don't get coolant everywhere inside your bay. I've done it before on one of the other Z's I had. I just had a lot of trouble getting the air out. But if you do this for about, it'll normally take about 20 minutes or so. Just go back and forth, rev it to 2,500 RPMs. Keep your heat on full blast in the car, and all that air should eventually work its way up and out. And then your thermostat will be opening and you won't be overheating no more. Alright, well, I hope I helped someone. I'm sorry for the one-take tutorials. I'll be getting a new camera soon where I can put everything together a lot better, but hopefully in the meantime this helped someone, and hopefully you guys are having a good day. Alright, peace.